Oh, we're broadcasting. All right. Welcome to Hustle Condition. This is our first live podcast, videocast. I don't know. What the hell are we calling it, Ken?
Videocast, podcast, fun on tape. Who knows?
Yeah. All right. I'm Nick Berry. The other guy on the camera, the good-looking one, that's Ken Starlin. And this is what we're doing. Ken, why don't you tell everybody what we're doing?
So the idea behind this, it's really funny. It actually came from my brother who classifies himself as not a hustler because, that's just the way he is. And he was making fun of me. So basically said I had an illness. I have a sickness that I require this need and effort to constantly be doing something extra outside of work. No matter how hard I'm working, I've always got to do something extra. So I got this idea that there's a lot of people that don't know what to do. They want to do something extra. They've got the condition. They've got the itch. They know what they want to go out and do, but maybe they don't know how to do it. They don't know where to start. Nick's a spectacular sales mind. He's got more of a little, experience with the podcast stuff. I'm a marketing guy, sales guy, follow-up guy. So we basically put our brains together and said, we're going to become the resource for the side hustle, the resource for the guys that are looking and itching for something else to do, looking and itching for more than what they're doing right now. Now, that doesn't mean, hey, go do, 5, mo jobs a day, and that means you're side hustling, but it can be. If that's what it is and that's what you're dedicated to, it's the open spectrum, and we're going to bring people in and interview people that are either current side hustles, like Nick and his cool little project called SendLift, where he is sending thank you cards and got a whole cool day job, and other people that have turned their side projects into full-time gigs. So we're going to interview a little bit of everybody, but the big aspect that we're looking for is we're going to build a resource for the hustle, for the want and need to keep doing more. I'll let you go from there, Nick.
And that's exactly it. I've looked for something to where I can go, where do I find the shit I need to do this thing I want to do? And it doesn't exist, or I can't find it, which means they're sucking at doing what they do. Matt, welcome to the show, man. Glad you're
What's up, buddy?
So, yeah, I've been in and out of sales since 2002. I've always had to do something else. I don't care how good I'm doing. I got to have something to occupy my brain. Doesn't matter. Even when I was I had just a full-time job. It drove me crazy because I had nothing to do. And yeah, my ex-wife couldn't understand it. Most people don't get it. And thank God I've got Nikki. She just lets me run my thing. So
heck yeah, beard on. The big thing that I see and think of when I hear this stuff and we talk about this stuff is that I understand that we're not the only ones. We're not the only people out there, and that's why there's people tuning in here right now, and there's people that'll tune in tomorrow and tune in the day after that and the day after that, because there's so much to this. There's so much to occupying your time. Yeah, I can twiddle my thumbs and watch TV every day, but if TV's not your thing, we're hoping to give you something to do, give you something to make yourself better, maximize your brain. And we're going to have a lot of conversations that I really think are going to be around time management. A side hustle doesn't have to take 6 hours a day. Just because your day job takes 10 hours doesn't mean your side job needs to take 6 hours and you don't get to get any sleep. It's about maximum efficiency, using modern technology, using social media, using automated follow-up, because we know there's a bunch of people like us that work the day job, that work the 9 to 5, 12 to 6, the 11 to 11, whatever the case is, that work all the time, but still want more, still want extra. And that's what we're here for.
Yep. That's what I want to build. I think there's just a lack of resources for people who may not be entrepreneurs but have entrepreneurial minds, who have the desire to, and maybe it's not even they want to make extra money. They just want to find some kind of fulfillment besides fantasy football
Yeah.
or baseball or just watching Netflix for 6 hours a night. They want to find something more and they just don't know where to go.
So this is our launch. This is the kickoff. And essentially what we're doing right here, we're inviting you to come back every Thursday, 9 o'clock. We're hoping to be like clockwork and basically come visit with us and hopefully some really cool guests. If not, I'll talk a lot, and that's because that's kind of what I do too. Nothing like a chatty Cathy, right? But
Yeah.
we'll bring in, we're going to ask the important questions. The page is always there. If you think you need to be on this show, hit us with a message. If you think you need to watch it every week, follow, like, we'll keep you in the loop. And the next thing that I want you to think about more than anything, if you've got a question, you've got an industry, you've got something you want to do, communicate. Our content's going to be based on what people are looking for. Until then, I'm just going to do the things that I like and the things that Nick likes. And that's going to be the way it works because that's who's here. It's Nick and I and a few people watching. So if you don't have anything specific you want to watch, if you don't have anything specific you're looking for, we're just going to keep putting out content till we find something that you guys like.
That's fucking right. And I'll put it out right now. Put your headphones in if you got kids around, because I swear.
That's fair.
Just
Yeah.
I mean, we're 9 o'clock at night. We're 9 o'clock Central. We're technically after hours.
Oh, absolutely. It's after hours. Feel free to open up a drink. Enjoy your Thirsty Thursday here with us. Guys, we look forward to seeing you more. It hasn't been very long, but I feel like we've talked a lot, and you don't only want to hear us so much. So tune in next week. We're going to bring you a guest with questions and fun stuff. Matt, yeah, the parental advisory, it generally should come at the beginning probably. I might have to drop a little logo in the corner, just for the Walmart people, the parental advisory, warn your children.
I think that's the best thing we could do for our marketing is get a parental advisory warning.
Hey, there's somebody out there that's hoping that we get one, so it's okay.
Yeah. And I'm excited for this. This is something I think you and I have been talking about for a while, and what was it last? He said Luco in his room. Poor Luco.
Fair.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we've been talking this for a while, and what was it? 2 weeks ago, I said, "Fuck it, I'm going to buy the domain. I'm going to build the pages." We have the domain. I haven't touched the website. Life happens. I've got my oldest daughter's here. I have my youngest every other weekend and one day a week.
Yeah.
Life happens. And I will have the website up.
Well, that's I think the great side of this is we're speaking to people about this type of stuff, but that's what this is going to be. This is our side hustle beyond what we already do, beyond what we're going to do. So you'll see the website get made. You'll see all of these things pop up, which those are going to be things that other people are going to be looking for of how do I do this and how do I do that? And hopefully we're here to offer that as the great resource. So.
Yep. And I've talked to a couple of guys that are really excited about being on the show already. A few people that went from to I need to do something and I need to build something so I can pay my mortgage. And they turned their hustle into their full-time. I mean, it was one guy, he had nothing, he got let go and he had to build a website. He had to build a business to pay his mortgage. So those are the kind of people that really inspire me, that I'm glad that I can call them my friends. And those are the people I want to bring on the show so everybody can see that not everybody's Russell Branson. Not everybody's Dan Morris. Those guys are kick-ass. Dan Morris is fucking amazing. But, regular guys. Regular people who just said, you know what, I got to kill it because I have no other choice. Or I need to kill it because I'm going to drive myself crazy.
Matt, so if this does what you want it to do, it will blank. It's going to blow up, man. I hope we change the world. I mean, isn't that what everybody's hoping for? I
want to inspire.
Yeah, I want somebody to think that, hey, I can't do something, and to maybe watch this or to read something that we put out or to listen to somebody we talk to and think they can do something they didn't think they could do yesterday.
Yep.
You know,
If somebody can get on and see our show, if somebody can see this show and say, if these two goofballs can put this together, I can do it too. Mm-hmm. That's what I've always, when people give me excuses, I just don't have the time or I don't have the resources. I started SendLift with $20. $20. I had the original version of SendLift, I had $20 budget to do everything. I had to make sales before I can even buy my domain name. I had to hope to God that I got some sales before I could buy the domain.
Fair enough.
So, that's the kind of, I want to see people go, well, holy shit, why am I not doing something like this? And that was the inspiration when I finally sent you that message that morning. I was like, why the fuck aren't we just doing a video show? I think that was probably pretty close to what I said.
Matt, it's a spectacular story. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm friends with Nick. I mean, other than obviously the charmingly handsome beard, that is also part of it. But his story is my favorite thing because, like, Nick's a normal dude. Nick's, he's you, me, and everybody else. But Nick's pushed me into this, man. And if that tells you anything, that should tell you everything you need to know. Sometimes you just got to jump, and Nick's the jump guy, and that's why I like talking to Nick. I like hanging out with Nick. Nick's my personal mastermind sometimes. And I say that. So there will be a group associated with this eventually, if not kind of already, that we're going to grow. And we hope to be a community resource as well to everybody. But yeah,
I kind of like BeLive, although it looks like crap on my computer, but we'll see how it looks later. I think I've got at least one teenager on Skype right now. I gotta kick some kids off of phones. We got 4 people watching though, man.
Yeah, shout out to Courtney Waddell and Ashton Shriver. I went to school with you guys. Both were cool as shit in high school, so thanks for coming and watching because we're just a bunch of dorks talking, about doing more than what we do already. So,
yeah. Well, we didn't really plan this out. We wanted to make sure that we could get on fucking camera.
We had to make sure that this would work before we had too much planned and we had somebody involved in this. But
yeah, well, I think that thing that Clay and I were doing, it was the same thing. We were like, this should work. Let's try it, and then invited people in. So and Clay and I doing more. Doing more.
Yeah. That's it, man.
There's always more to do. There's always shit to do. And I'll be the first one to admit I get lazy sometimes. I'm trying to finish up Orange is the New Black. Well,
yeah, I mean, it's such a neat concept of we just really want to help people. We want to help people do more. We want to help people do better at what they're doing now, maybe. But it really comes down to there's some people that don't want to watch TV and they want to go out and do cool shit and they want to make money doing it, and we want to help them. But if it's not making money and it's just doing cool shit that makes you happy, that's a win. And if you don't know that's a win, let's start talking about how those are your wins. So.
Well, and that's why I wanted to do this. We could never make $1 from this.
Yeah.
As long as we get people to fucking do something.
But I'm not doing the Shia LaBeouf video to do more stuff, guys. It's not happening. I'm not a big green screen fan.
No, I'm in my basement, as you can tell from the heating pipe and the electrical cord wrapped around it.
Or dining room, I guess.
There's my basement. Oh, there's the SendLift board that has nothing on it because I haven't been doing shit. But, I'll talk about SendLift, man. How many times have I tried to kill it? How many times have I tried to kill Sendlift now?
Like weekly?
Including the original version of Thankably?
I mean, I think every time your hand hurts, you try to kill it. Sendlift is like, there's a lot of effort into that. There's a lot of dedication to that. So yeah, I think every time the hand hurts, you're like, why do I do this again? But then you keep doing it. You get a shout out, you get a client, and you just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, I got Mike McCormick, dude. He needs to get on the show. If he's not watching this tonight, I'm gonna fucking tag him in it later. He needs to get on the show because he went from insurance agent to, dude, he's killing it teaching insurance. I'm gonna call some people out on this. Nick's Meat's never gonna take off. That was just actually Nick's Meat was I wanted to do a subscription jerky box. That's where that Nick's Meat thing came from.
And it's still one of the best ideas that needs to happen one day.
Yeah, it does. But that's one of those things that it takes dedicated sales time. And I just don't have that. And for that, I can still send Lyft because I can send it via email. I can have an insurance agent reach out. Yeah, I know. Or you call me a puss?
That's what I thought he was saying, but he said puns because the meat puns in that would be spectacular.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the funny thing, Nick's Meat, I had that domain for a while.
I'm just saying
for a little bit.
Yeah. It's almost as good as the very spectacularly talented Matt Cron and his nuts, Four Nuts by Nature. The puns on nuts and balls get tossed around, but he's just doing laundry detergent and dryer balls, which of course I'm going to tag him in this later because I love Matt. Matt and I have worked together a bunch. Matt's primary job was my side hustle for a while, so gotta love Matt.
Yep. That's two.
It's after hours, so we will be drinking. Just drink with us.
Yeah. But who else? I want to get Todd Giannataggio. I think I said that right. I want to get Todd on here. I want to get Mike Doyle, Mike D. I want to get Clay on here. I want to get Sarah on here. I want to get Micah on here. Micah is a fucking hustler. Matt's needs to get on here. Matt's gonna have to get because Matt and Micah have had me. I was on their show.
But yeah, we're gonna have all the cool people. We're gonna have a bunch of people you guys have never heard about that are doing all kinds of cool stuff all over the world, and hopefully those are some of the guys that we're talking about because I just said that you've never heard about them. So that's I probably hurt somebody's feelers, but it's only because we think the best of you guys is why we want everybody on here. So
they run in our little circle, and I think we get kind of I get kind of hung up just hanging out in my circle sometimes.
Yeah, and we're gonna bring in some fun ones. I'm gonna say right now, the world's gonna have to be ready because I'm gonna bring in some multi-level marketing killers because not all multi-level marketing is created equal. They're not all pyramid schemes. Some of those folks are bigger hustlers than you and I could ever imagine to be. And so those are some of my favorite people that we're going to bring in. And those guys will change the way you think about the whole funness.
Yeah. Nikki started selling this makeup stuff called Sweet Minerals. I think she made more in commission this month than I did.
I love you, Nick.
Yeah. So she loves it, but it's like one of those things. And she was like, "I like the makeup." I'm like, "That's cool. Sell it."
Yeah, I mean,
it's
what it all comes down to. It all comes down to if you like it. So I actually don't remember who I think somebody posted it. I've regurgitated like the same lines a bunch recently. It was like the 3 things you need to be successful is sell the things that you want to buy, or at least be willing to buy them because it's something you like and you appreciate enough. Work with people you like and work for people you adore. Well, the beauty of the side hustle is you work for yourself, you work with yourself. And if you're not selling something you like and would buy, you're doing the wrong thing.
Yep. That's actually sounds like something that came out of Amway 50 or 40 years ago.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly probably where it came from originally. I know I saw it in a group. I wish I could cite the right person because they're going to send me a hateful message because I didn't, tag the right person. But Too many groups, too many people talking all the time. What can we say?
Yep. We need more viewers because we're up to 5 viewers. Up to 5 viewers, but
This is
only
feeling
Matt's commenting. Yeah, so I think I need to spruce up the dungeon a little bit.
The gray's coming through.
Yeah,
It's getting
getting
rough.
old, man. I'll be 39 in 2 months.
Getting old, buddy.
Well, you're like a baby though, so
Yeah.
Sarah like robbed the cradle.
She's watching.
I'm sure she is.
She's watching.
Any chance of Sarah ever letting me come over? Oh, Matt, you're tomfoolery. Well, I'm pretty happy. We had 20 minutes, and we didn't get reported.
We didn't get reported, and we didn't have anybody to talk to but each other and Matt. So, I feel like we did okay.
Yeah. So I want to get one person lined up next Thursday night. If you're watching and you want to be on the show, of the 2 of you, fuck. If you're watching the replay of this, which I hope my friends might watch this, give us a shout. Give me a shout out, and we'll go through. You report. Good. Report me.
Won't be the first time. It won't be the last.
Nope. I just don't want to go to Facebook jail because I got to be out by next Thursday. Oh, there she is. Hi, baby.
He was saying good things about you. Only the best. But, all right, man. We made it 21 minutes and had random viewers and a bunch of comments. Thank you, Matt and Nicole. I do think we're going to wrap it up. Meet us here next week with a badass guest, and we're going to take it from there. Thanks, guys.